PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Yeah, he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Right back to Mitchell here. They find some open field here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You look at the defense for these Texans. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
This is 2nd and 8. Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
That's complete. It's Collins. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Up the middle they go. Matlock wiggles free. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Texans at 6-3 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that's caught inside the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Matlock knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson now. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. You look at the defense for these Texans. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. He may go. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give running right is Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Oh, what a juke into space. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Stroud looking to throw. That's complete to Dell. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Here we go.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Hey, south. Hey.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. On a slant, here's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Stroud to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Matlock. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 11 now.
All right.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Ow, that's right. Texans. Hey, uno.
Stroud. Under pressure, they got him again. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Stroud. Touchdown, Texans! Alec Pierce, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Look to hot, look to hot.
And Stroud now to throw. Got a man. It's Collins complete. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Now he's free at the 35. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Already.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On first down, Matlock. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Up the middle they go. Matlock. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Matlock uses the spin. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is third and goal.
Hey, south.
Operating from the gun, Stroud, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz from 3 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Jackson. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. That one into the hands of Flowers. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Barton. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Fight, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter, look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They run over center with Mitchell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Why, Tony?
Operating from the gun, Stroud. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Got his man, Dell. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Texans.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Matlock. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
19 tight. Ready, go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's complete to Pierce. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Nico Collins. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Jackson now. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now Jackson steps away to his left. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Throwing, Jackson. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding it.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
On the quick, right?
Stroud to throw it. That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And that's caught inside the 30. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Here's 1st down. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
4 seconds to go. This is likely it. Jackson to throw. Pass complete. It's likely. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from long, very long range. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And here in overtime, if the team that receives... So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
A handoff from Mitchell running left. Dances by him. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
133 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
Here's Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to... chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered.
And he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Ravens, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a bit